Hello and welcome to DVB English News. I'm Joe. In this week's headlines, military repatriates remaining soldiers after plane crash in India. Tayzar San says resistance forces cannot be defeated. Martin Smith highlights the scale of Myanmar's crisis as unprecedented. Fortify Rights pursues case at the International Criminal Court with Timor-Leste. 92 Myanmar military personnel that crossed into India's Mizoram were airlifted home on January 24th. This comes after at least 12 people were injured when a military plane crashed at Lengpui Airport in the Mizoram state capital the previous day. The plane arrived in Aizawl to airlift soldiers who had fled recent attacks from the Arakan army. An official from India's airport authority said that 4 of the injured were in serious condition. They were treated and discharged from a hospital in Mizoram state before returning to Myanmar. At least 276 soldiers crossed into Mizoram after the AA seized control of Pailewa township in southern Chinland on January 14th. India's Army Chief General Manoj Pandey said on January 12th that at least 416 soldiers have crossed the border into India since November. DVB sat down for an exclusive interview with Mandalay librarian and pro-democracy leader Tayzar San to discuss the progress of the nationwide resistance.
So this 3 year, we showed that the military cannot win the revolution, the people revolution. So this is because of the strong desire, a strong participation of the whole people in this spring revolution.
That was Tayzar San, a pro-democracy leader from Mandalay. He added that the Federal Democracy Charter drafted by the National Unity Consultative Council offers a blueprint for a future federal democratic union. In the lead-up to the 3rd anniversary of the 2021 military coup, DVB spoke to independent analyst Martin Smith. He has spent the last 40 years researching and writing reports on Myanmar's conflicts.
We have to remember that Myanmar now is on a scale of conflict alongside places like Gaza, Syria, Ukraine. This is one of the world's most active and diverse conflict zones. The scale of suffering that is now going on in the country is pretty much unprecedented.
That was Martin Smith, an independent Myanmar analyst. Smith added that he believes the military is unable to rule the country given the regime's lack of a clear plan to bring peace and stability to the country. Patrick Pongsaton, the senior advocacy specialist at Fortify Rights, told DVB that he met with Timor-Leste President Jose Ramos Horta in Dili to discuss proceedings against Myanmar at the International Criminal Court.
We went to Timor-Leste because we see Timor as being a really key country, actually, in terms of achieving long-term international accountability for the crimes that are happening in Myanmar, especially since the coup, because it's one of only 2 Southeast Asian states that are also members of the International Criminal Court.
That was Patrick Pongsaton, the senior advocacy specialist at Fortify Rights. Pongsaton added that Timor-Leste has taken a strong stance against the military when it met with the National Unity Government last year. This ICC case comes after Germany declined to investigate war crimes committed by the military under universal jurisdiction. That case was filed by Fortify Rights 1 year ago. And that's all for this week's headlines. I'm Joe. Stay tuned to DVB English News on Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Follow us on Spotify, Audible, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, or YouTube Music. We are available wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening.